My sister moved into my house and said, "What's yours is mine," so I made everything hers become mine for 8 weeks. My house is this 3-bedroom sanctuary I bought with my inheritance, and anyone who invades my sanctuary will learn a valuable lesson about how petty I can be. 3 years of relatives borrowing things and never returning them, I'd been patient. Then my sister Rachel showed up with her entitlement and gave me the opportunity I didn't know I was waiting for. I came home from a business trip exhausted, ready to collapse, only to find Rachel's car in my driveway and her stuff spread across my living room. Not just visiting, she'd moved in like she'd signed a lease I never offered. Her pink designer luggage looked like it owned the place. I walked in to find her unpacking clothes into my master bedroom closet. She turned around and smiled like nothing was wrong. "Oh hey, I blew through grandma's inheritance and lost my apartment, but you don't mind if I crash here for a few weeks, right?" The entitlement in her voice made my eyes twitch. I told her she couldn't just move in. She actually laughed and said she already had. When I repeated that this was my house, she walked over to my laptop, opened it, and started browsing apartments she might consider in a few months. I grabbed it back and told her to leave. She rolled her eyes and said the 4 words that sealed her fate. "What's yours is mine." Those words flipped a switch in my brain and I smiled, the kind that should have warned her, and said, "You're absolutely right, Rachel. And that means what's yours is mine too." She laughed. "That's not how it works." "Oh, but it is. You just said we share everything." She walked away, not realizing she was about to regret ever coming here. The first test came 3 days later. I heard her on the phone ordering Thai food and giving my address. When the driver arrived, I intercepted him at the door and took the bag. "That's my order." Rachel pushed past me. "No," I said calmly, paying the driver. "What's yours is mine, remember?" I ate her pad thai on the couch while she stood there, face turning red. "You're insane! You can't just eat my food." "I'm just following your rules." She tried ordering again the next night, meeting the driver outside, but I'd been watching from the window. By the time she got to the door with her Chinese food, I was waiting. We played tug of war with the bag until it ripped. Fried rice everywhere. She screamed. I shrugged and made myself a sandwich with the groceries she'd bought that morning. The next day, I woke up to the sound of Rachel dragging something heavy up the stairs. It was a mini fridge, still in its box, which she wrestled into her room and locked with a padlock. "There," she said when she caught me watching. "My food, my fridge, my lock." The next morning, I waited until I heard the shower running, then walked into her room with my lockpicking kit from YouTube tutorials. The cheap master lock took me just 3 minutes to open. Inside were yogurts, fruits, and leftover pasta. I ate the yogurt while sitting on her bed and placed the empty container back inside with a note. "What's yours is mine." Her scream when she found it echoed through the house. "It was locked. You broke into my room." "My house, my rooms, your food, my food." She started keeping groceries in her car's trunk, thinking she was clever. But Tuesday night while she slept, I took her keys and had copies made at the 24-hour Walmart. Next morning, she walked out confidently with her coffee and opened her trunk to grab the bagels she'd hidden there. But all she saw were empty bags. I was on the porch eating one with cream cheese. "Morning, Rachel." Her face went purple. The next day, Rachel was waiting in the kitchen when I came down with her packed bags by the door. She looked exhausted but determined, not broken. "I'm done," she said. "This is insane and you know it. You're literally stealing all my food." I calmly poured my coffee and asked, "Is it really? You're the one who said what's mine is yours." "I didn't mean, oh, so you only meant my things were yours? Not the other way around?" She slammed her hand on the counter. "You know what I meant. I know exactly what you said. What's yours is mine. I'm just better at it than you." She stared at me, and I saw the moment she realized she'd never win this game. "I'm leaving, going to mom and dad's." She walked to the door but stopped and looked back at me in anger. "You turned into a monster over 4 words. No, you revealed who you always were with those 4 words. I just showed you what it felt like." She left without another word.